know.
I'm trying to make it feel more real.
Greg is so real he eats pizza.
I apologise, I'm eating my pizza tonight because I'm running late. Had to run some errands for my wife to help her with some work tomorrow, and I forgot to eat dinner.
I've just managed to have some lunch and eat off camera, but it was a close run thing. Still got my tea.
Well, tonight I'm actually not going to work on my mock. I'm going to work on a different mock.
Which one are you doing?
I'm going to work on my roller coaster. So I started laying it out last night. Now, I will confess hang on, let's swap cameras. I will confess that this is my pizza in the background. Yes. The sort of loop I've used so far is kind of based on the Mine roller coaster that was on Lego Ideas, because I liked how compact it was. Now, this isn't how it's going to stay. I'm just using it as a sort of prototype at the moment because I want to test an idea.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, I want to build this into Barracuda, around the Barracuda base ship, which is not going to fit into that space. So it's going to need to be extended somewhere to make it fit.
Mike did a really nice job with his, didn't he, with having that in sort of in the middle as well.
Yeah, but I mean, his was like enormous. Like his was Dr. McBrickville size.
Hello,
he has a lot of space to work with. Pardon?
Dees, woodshop teacher is here. Hello.
Oh, good day, Mr. Woodshop teacher.
I just watched his video this was it this morning or yesterday? I can't remember. Of him building his Lego city table with his son.
Oh, nice.
And, he was an excellent little apprentice. He got shown how to do things, and then he was just left to get on with a few bits. The funniest part was one bit where woodshop teacher's just standing by the doorway having a cup of tea or coffee and watching him to say, yeah, get on with it, son.
It's nice work. I've tried that with my kids and cleaning, but it hasn't worked.
Well, cleaning, no, but using power tools is a different thing.
One of my kids yesterday said, I'll help you with anything you want, Dad, except tidying.
Yeah, can't blame them. I hate tidying.
Night, Bunny. That's my wife.
I
just like realised I said that on the live stream.
Not some random woman. You assumed it was your wife and not some random woman.
I know, right?
Well, I'm going to build a roller coaster too, I think. This fine little set here.
A charming little set.
Indeed. I got it cheap so it's been in my cupboard for a while, actually. But I'm hoping to put it on a Ninjago water base plate and have it as part of my little fun fair setup.
If you could make it go under the water too.
Well, I don't know about under the water, but we will definitely have it over some bits of water.
Actually, there's that roller coaster in Japan that it goes like when it does a dive and it goes straight down into a hole, and it's like you're going under the water because it's like a hole in this massive lake. That
would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Is it a transparent tube that you sort of can really see that you're going into the water with?
No, it's not quite that advanced. It literally is just like a concrete hole in this lake.
Yeah, bit boring that then.
Mm.
I'm thinking like, the equivalent of being in an aquarium where they've got the tunnel and you can see all the fishes above you. That would be really amazing.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Surely someone's working on that.
You'd hope so. Actually, I've got a mate who's into roller coasters. He's part of the European Coaster Club. And maybe I should suggest it to him, or so you can have that idea for free if you want.
I love roller coasters. I can't remember the last time I went on one.
Probably something in Florida in 2012 for me, I'm guessing. Yeah. So that would be Universal, and is it Legoland there or Disney World, Disneyland, one of these. I can't remember which ones are which, and my Disney chums will probably be recoiling in horror at this point, but Yeah, I went with some geeky friends. There were about 10 of us in the end, and shared a really nice house and hired a couple of cars. Went roaming around. Went to see a space shuttle in the vehicle assembly building at Kennedy, which was amazing. Actually, I'm lying. We saw two. There was a 10-day window in late January, February 2012 when they had two shuttles in that place, and we just happened to be there at the right time. And I was like,
Was
"Oh
this
my
when
God!"
they were still flying?
No, they just started decommissioning them. But you could stand under the wing and almost touch it. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
And it was like, "Oh my God, there's a space shuttle! Oh my God, there's another space shuttle!"
I've got my space shuttle in a box over here.
Yeah, I'd like
I haven't opened it yet.
Sadly, it's above my budget at the minute, so it'll have to be on the wish list.
It was above mine, but anyway. Other kidney's gone now, so.
I'm spending more on parts at the minute from Bricklink rather than buying sets, because I've got a couple of specific projects on the go. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Like, I've got to decide. It's one thing I've got to figure out is how to plan out my mocks better, so I've actually got the parts I need.
Yeah.
Rather than just buying random parts. Like bricks seem to be my enemy. I never seem to have enough bricks, no matter how hard I try.
Well, I've been missing just getting some random bricks from the Pick-a-Brick. But tomorrow, our shops finally, our non-essential to most people shops, finally reopen. So I won't be running to the Lego store tomorrow, but maybe in the next couple of weeks, when the excitement of being in a shopping mall has died down for everybody else.
Excuse me, dog. Excuse me. Can you move? Come on, I don't want to run you over. Thank you. I'm just going to go and put this in the kitchen and wash my hands.
Sure. Yeah, you don't want to be touching Lego with greasy hands. Yuck. Right, that box can go in the recycling. What have we got? Yeah, so my idea is to build this roller coaster and then, as I say, put it on a water base plate for Ninjago to go with some other rides that I've got in my growing little kind of what do we call it, theme park. It's only tiny, but
yeah, I mean, it's not huge.
Long ago was the time that I dismantled the pirate roller coaster, but the bits have been resurrected to do other things, so it didn't die in vain.
No, I've got mine still intact. I plan to use some of the shell of that in my Barracuda Bay roller coaster.
Oh yeah, that'll go well.
Make it a fully themed. Out of the way.
Hey, look, I got pizza as well. I mean, this is a 4+ set or whatever they call it now. Junior, is it? 4+. It's not going to take you very long, I don't suppose, but I can then start fiddling around with the Ninjagoization of it. Making a lot of noise there, matey.
I know. I've just knocked a box of something over.
Oh dear. It's interesting. I've got a new Buzz Lightyear and a new Alien in this ride, and I've got both of those from the original releases. Seeing what the difference is.
The original one, the Buzz Lightyear, had a molded face, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And he also, what didn't look like he'd not used enough face paint.
So the new one is on. The new one is this one. That one. And the old one is that one. There's a slightly different collar print on them, but there's naff all other difference I can see. One's a bit more dusty because it's been on the shelf for ages. Yeah,
the Buzz Lightyear one will disappoint you.
Well, he's in bag 2, so I'll have to wait slightly longer to be disappointed.
Oh, awesome. I just discovered I've got a load of tan-coloured bricks I could have used. So,
you need to do inventory more often.
One of my Lego orders that I haven't sorted yet.
There's a lesson for you there, I think.
And then that one's got all my base plates in it for my train station.
Oh, yeah. So how's the city doing at the minute?
It's embarrassing.
Mine's embarrassingly dusty.
That's what?
Mine's embarrassingly dusty.
Mine's just embarrassingly nothing. Everything's just half built and yeah. Not something I'm proud of. So
well, in progress. You know.
My job this week is to actually try and resurrect it a bit.
You would be a bit bored if it was all done and dusted, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'd like something I could also like show and be proud of. That would be good.
I think sometimes the problem is wanting to kind of get it all done, so you kind of start lots of things but never finish things.
Well, that's it. I'm also going to change the layout of it. I've decided I don't like how some of it works. You know, I really like when I set it up in here, I had the idea of like making use of layering really well, which sort of started to work, but hasn't worked as way I wanted it to, and I think that's really stifled me.
Yeah.
So I need to hit reset a bit. Like I really love how GJBricks is.
Oh yes, I was about to mention that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of layering there. Like where he's using the trains, but the trains are really kind of part of the city, but they're like prominent, but you know what I mean? Like there's very integrated into it properly, whereas mine's like everything's sort of stuck on top of the train.
I think, you know, if you really want a serious train layout and you don't have the sort of room that Jang's got, which let's face it, who does, the only way to go is basically having the trains pop out every now and then in, you know, on a nice viewpoint, but basically bury them and have, because you've got no real estate otherwise. I mean, I learned that very quickly with my city, and it just it was just ridiculous, really, the amount of room that the trains took up.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's
when you're a bit of a train rookie, you don't realise that it takes 48 studs to turn a corner.
No, it's ridiculous. So, bloody things.
Mind you don't want it any tighter than it already is because things will start coming off, I think.
Yeah, I've tried the tighter corners. They don't work.
No.
Unless it's going very slowly. Well, apparently there's 4 people watching this stream, but only the woodshop teachers said hello.
The rest are clearly shy. One thing I do love about these 4+ sets is you get some really nice prints.
Yeah, which print are you looking at?
I'm looking at the pillar with this nice sort of
cloud
and whatnot on it.
I'll tell you what as well. I got one of my daughters the Frozen sets, like the little scenes, like the woodland scene and the other one.
Yeah.
And, that came with a really nice tile in it, like a really nice plate, like a 6x4. Was it 6x4? Whatever it was, 6x5 brick, one of those, and it looked really good. Right. I'm just randomly laying track at the moment. It's got no.
You get this abomination included as well, then.
Oh yeah, it's a beauty.
Beauty, is that what you call it? Right. Okay.
That'll look great in Micropolis.
Road bridge, a green bridge over the road. Who knows?
Oh yeah, good idea.
Lots of colours in this thing so far, considering what it is.
I've got the big red roller coaster in my backlog, but I reckon by the time I actually get around to building that, or sorry, by the time I've actually got space to build that, they'll have released a new one.
Possibly. It is massive though, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't even contemplate it.
No, I love it. I always wanted a roller coaster as a kid. Like I always tried to build roller coasters with using train pieces, and they ended up being more like sort of monorails because I couldn't afford the monorails.
Yeah.
Back in the days when I was a lad, the train tracks were 2 individual rails that you connected together.
Oh yes, yeah. Going back a bit there, lovely. Oh look, here we've got a nice caterpillar tile as well.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I've got loads and loads of random pillars. They should be useful. I figure this is one of those ones I can build a version of it that's rough as guts to test my ideas around the mechanism and make sure it works, and then sort of build it up and build it up.
Yeah, I think you get to really, haven't you?
The downside of it is it is going to take up quite a lot of space.
There's no point in building some pristine thing and then find it doesn't actually work very well.
No. Well, that's what I want to do is like use like if you look at modern roller coasters, not all roller coasters, like things like wooden roller coasters still use the traditional chain, but a lot of the like really exciting roller coasters use launch systems now, which are magnet based. Now, I'm not going to try and build a magnet system because that would be stupid.
Maglev for the win.
But yeah, like a big magnetic accelerator type thing. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try and use wheels to actually accelerate it up hills and things so that it comes out of them with some momentum and it's not just using gravity.
Must confess, the talking of that trip to California, Florida, I went on. We went on a ride in Universal that was a magnetic accelerated thing, and oh my god, it didn't half batter my brains. The acceleration was so quick. I mean, I don't mind the ups and downs and the feeling slightly sick bit for roller coasters. That's not an issue. But my brain felt so rattled on that thing. I thought I'm never going on it again.
Well, that's the problem.
Weird. I mean, my head wasn't moving. It wasn't my head that was moving because that was in like a big sort of seat restraint thing. But it clearly moved enough for me to just think, geez, I'm going to have a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few like that, like the super accelerating ones. I don't think I've ever been on one of those. Like, given that I'm a big roller coaster fan, it's quite surprising.
I suspect my mate's been on quite a few of them, which is probably why he's, he thinks his brain's a bit screwed up. Or is it just us thinking his brains are a bit screwed up?
Just discovered my mouse doesn't work very well on Lego boards.
No, I can see that.
There we go. Thought everyone would rather see what I'm building than see me. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, that would be cool if I could do it diagonally. Reckon they've got to release some new, some additional pieces for the roller coaster.
It does annoy me that you can't get all the pieces in all the colours.
Yeah, that's silly.
Oh, I see what you mean about Buzz's head. A regular.
It's awful, isn't it?
Mini fig.
It's like they use. It's like they use like powder makeup to do his colouring.
Nasty.
It's not very impressive, Lego. Not very impressive, that one.
I think he's got a much bigger canopy in consequence. What was the other Buzz? Up here.
Buzz, Buzz, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Maybe not so different. There's a slightly better print on the control panel for the new one. And also the greens look different. So on old Buzz, the green highlights on his trousers appear to be which one is it? Bright green. But the ones on the new Buzz appear to be lime green. And then there's a big bit round the front where his control panel's been painted, and the paint job on that's a bit crappy.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't very flattering of that version of Buzz.
No, I'm glad I got the old one. Well, the new one can pretend to be somebody in a suit, can't it? Man in the ride. Whereas the old one's clearly the one I'm going to keep in my habitat that I've made.
Hey, Tasman. Wait, you're on the wrong side of the camera today, dude. Yeah, I don't have the original Buzz Lightyear, which is a shame. Maybe I should...
Well, I didn't get any of the others. So I've got Woody, Buzz and an alien, and that's it. I didn't buy any sets. But I think what I must have done is bought all three of them probably from eBay when they were first out in, 2011, something like that. I had no idea about Bricklink at that point. But I clearly seen these things somewhere and thought, ooh, they look fun. So I bought them because around that time, 2010, 2011, I was doing a lot of toy photography. And I was doing like a daily picture.
I remember that.
Daily picture with toys. And it wasn't always minifigs, but I did have a lot of minifigs, and I just thought, oh, that would be good to include those two or three in that. So there's quite a few images of the three of them roaming about, sort of, looking at the sunset and that kind of thing.
I remember when you used to do that. Yeah.
You didn't know me back then.
I know, but I followed you.
Well, okay then. What, 2010?
I know, maybe not.
Oh,
when I first started following you on Twitter, you were doing toy photography, though.
Oh, that was my daily sig fig picture.
Oh, that's right.
Which was, again, similar sort of thing, really. No, there's a massive back catalogue of all that sort of stuff on Flickr. If anybody wants to have a butcher's.
Yeah, I've been trying to step up my quality of my photography because it's not been the greatest. So I invested in a new backboard to use for doing my videos and things like that when I'm doing reviews and stuff, because that was looking a bit shoddy. Yeah, the one I used in the video the other day, that one with the brick wall effect.
Oh yeah, that looked good actually.
Yeah, it's much nicer than just having my computer and stuff in the background.
Reminded me of Small Brick City.
Yeah, I did think that. It wasn't deliberate. It was the best. There was one other print that was almost there. It was like a wood print, but it didn't look very good.
Yeah. That's JC. Has anybody heard from him?
No, I must send him a message. I meant to do that the other day.
Did you find him back?
He was selling off a load of his magical equipment. I know that.
Oh, was he? Maybe he's realised that there's not much of a market at the moment, so.
It's making all his money disappear. Boom.
Boom, boom. Well, I think he's gone into designing bricks for other people, hasn't he, as well? So.
Yeah, he does that. He's running an agency type thing as well.
Oh, come on, Lego. How did this flipping 1x4 tile gets stuck in the axle bit for this roller coaster thing. It won't come out. For goodness sake.
That's like folded manuals.
Finally.
I was watching Brixar's video the other day where he was talking about the flowers. He was not happy with the instruction manual for those.
He wasn't, and he told us. He's right, though. It was atrocious. I mean, I can't remember which one I had. I think the bonsai, I think it was that on black or not?
Yeah, that's on black.
It was bad enough, but the problem with it is that it's not when you necessarily get the black pieces. It was the dark brown that I found, because black pieces are always edged with white, so you can at least then see what the shape of the piece is.
Yeah.
But the dark brown brick is edged in black on a black background, put on other dark brown bricks with black edging, and you look at it and you go, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I remember when I did the when I built the crocodile train. I think I said this in my review that the manual was a shocker.
Well, I mean, they have listened and they are going to stop doing it, but I don't think that means they're going to retrospectively go back and issue new manuals for those that, you know, don't like the current ones.
That would cost a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. I got to hum a bit of Bluey for Tasman.
We get the excitement of being able to see the first season of US Lego Masters next week in the UK. Legally.
Oh, really? Wow.
I'm aware that it's been illegally available to watch for a while if you know the right places, but I don't. I'm pretty expecting to hate it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Will Thingamajig is bloody irritating. I've got to be honest. I really did not like him as the host.
Right.
It's very, very much about him.
Really? Well, you see, yeah. I mean, I suspect it's going to be all about the drama and not much about the Lego, which is the bit I'm really interested in. To a certain extent, that's how the UK one was. Not that there was that much drama going on, but I think I'm guessing that a friend of mine said, "Is it on Fox?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Oh well, bound to be dreadful then, because Fox's reality shows are all about the drama and not about, you know, the other part of the thing." So
that would make sense, sadly.
Question: How much real estate do I need to put this on a base plate? Poop! It doesn't fit on a 32 by 32.
What?
It's just a bit too big. That's annoying, isn't it? So with the little 8 long straight bit in the middle, which you kind of need so that you can get on and off the thing, it sticks out one stud either side, so it's a 34 width. Oh! How annoying is that?
We've got Jay Johnson here as well now. Yeah, that's what's going to irritate me about doing this one, is that, like, look at it, like it's on a massive board already and it already hangs off one side.
Yeah. Well, I can see this actually fitting better onto 48 by 48, but I don't know if I've got the patience to do that, because at the minute you can't see the base very well because it's a white one on a white table, but the little turnstile is hanging off by 4 studs. And as I say, if I put it on in the middle, the actual coaster itself hangs off by half a stud this side and a whole stud at the edges. So
yeah,
I mean, I could attempt to put it on just leave it on that and dangle things over the edge, but it's a messy way to do things. I don't like the idea of that really.
Oh,
Because then I'll have to be really careful about what I put it next to, which will be a pain.
That would have been marvelous, that loop there, but it just doesn't have quite enough clearance here.
Oh. Damn. MJ Bay has arrived. Hello.
Mr. Bay, hello. So what I'm going to have to do is put a drop in here and then another one here probably, and then not have a drop on this side, which is unfortunate.
It's a bit hard to see where the drops are from this
angle. There's a drop here, so it goes up, round. There's a drop here.
Yeah.
Then round, a drop here, and then I was going to have a drop here, but I think I'm going to have to move this drop to here.
Right.
And then, yeah, make it all go out that way a bit, so it goes onto the other side of this column and round.
Your focus keeps hunting horribly on that camera.
That's really strange. It's normally really good.
Well, I think the problem is that right in the middle is a blank piece of grey. But if it could focus on a bit of track rather than the middle of a board, it's got no contrast to
let's give it that. That'll do it. That's
better. I think even just moving that there is a bit better. But if you stick maybe a brick in the middle, that's it. It'll get something to, yeah.
There we go. On. Bullseye.
Marvellous.
Oh, you're a genius, Kaz.
I know. Can't help
it. Modest with it as well.
Oh dear God. Right, so what am I doing? What am I doing?
Oh God, my dog just farted. Oh,
it's bad, is it?
Oh Jesus. Dogs farting is a new level of special.
Your dog's a new level of special, isn't
it? She's a bit of a menace.
You've only got the one dog though, haven't you?
Two.
Are they both massive?
No.
Oh, that's really.
The other one's a mini schnauzer.
Mini schnauzer.
I mean, he's actually a very large mini schnauzer, but he's a mini schnauzer. Oh.
Well, having built it, I've now got to destroy it. Slightly.
I hate it. I hate it. Oh.
What?
I realised I bought all of the parts to build another Stargate, which I haven't done yet. Must do that at some point.
Another Stargate.
I like my Stargate SG-1 Stargate. I'm still convinced doing it here on like this is more fun than doing it on a design program.
Yeah, I think so. Might be a bit more swearing involved, but
a bit more swearing, but yeah, I think I might need more than Glen 20, Tasman. Woo! What's troubling is she's not even in the room and it smells.
What's Glen 20? Is that some sort of
disinfectant spray?
Anti-stench.
It's one of those. It's one of those ones that's like you can use it to do surfaces and air.
Surface to air missile detector. No. Annoyingly, I don't think there's any way around having to put this on a 48 by 48. just a bit too big.
Actually, I think this is the first stream where I haven't had to have the fan on in the room because the temperature's down to a whole 18 degrees. No, 16 degrees outside.
That's almost cold, isn't it?
I know, it's freezing. Australia will come to a standstill soon because it's so cold.
We might get up to those heady heights soon.
Now we've got a really cold breeze here, actually. That's quite catches you off guard. Took my kids to the playground this afternoon, and it was all right. But when you stood in the shade, like under the sun cover, because it was still bright sunshine today, but
yeah,
it's like Arctic breeze. And when you stood in the shade, it was blooming cold when the wind blew.
Last week, actually. Well, I suspect it's probably like that here today, but I've not been out yet, so I'm hiding in the house.
What I really, really need is...
I'm grovelling under a table for a 48 by 48 base plate. All I've come up with is bits that have been cut. Aha! I know you won't prove that, but...
I've concluded what I actually need is a 64 by 64 base plate.
Whoa. Can I suggest 432s in a mill system?
Yeah.
Right,
talk to someone about mills today.
Here we go. Now that's rather massive, but hey, do some landscaping around and about. I could actually probably get, if I move that over to here, I'd probably also get some more rides on this bit or something else.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know where the middle of these rich things are. They're so massive.
I'm sure I've got more. I know where it is. Actually, speaking of massive sets, I've got the big T-Rex set because I'm just a massive Jurassic Park nerd. But again, I just don't have anywhere to display the thing. It's my usual problem.
Yeah, when I first started collecting Lego, I would buy things anyway, even if I haven't got room for them. But I confess now it's a case of if I ain't got room, I probably won't buy it. Which is sad because I've been missed quite a few sets, but hey, the wallet is quite relieved, so.
Yeah. Let's put this in first. See you, Tasman. Talk to you in a week, mate.
Bye. That's a question I suppose I ought to ask myself is, do I really want to devote a 48 by 48 to this ride at all?
Well, as you said, if you can put stuff around it, then yes.
Yeah.
Stuff that's worthwhile, like a shooting range and things like that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of the odds and sods from the fairground people pack that I could probably.
Oh yeah, I got that for the odds and sods as well.
Technical term.
I got the space set as well for the odds and sods. Although your question earlier on about my city, I am unfortunately retiring the spaceport because it just isn't viable at the moment. So
Yeah.
sadly, I'm going to have to say goodbye to it.
Amen. I'm wondering whether I can use some of these burps in the centre, which will hopefully mean I don't have to cover the whole of it with water. I'm more keen to save the old water tiles as much as possible. Having 4 burps would be convenient, but I've only got 3. That's a pain.
For anyone that's just joined us, we seem to be having a theme park week this week.
Yes, accidental, but yes.
An accidental theme park theme.
No, actually, maybe not having 4 will make it look a bit more irregular. Because it's easy to stick 4 burps on and it, you see the pattern all of a sudden, don't you? So.
I really hope this works what I'm trying to do, because it would be so cool to have it going around the pirate ship.
Well,
and like through the pirate ship.
Don't see what shouldn't work in principle.
Because I was going to use the because you build like all that extra building, and then I'm sort of going to build it around the ship. But what I was thinking, I can use all the extra stuff that's been removed from the set to actually like build out the scenery.
Mm.
It becomes like the theming and the station. Combine that with like the pirate roller coaster stuff as well.
Yeah, that will work very well. Finding myself quite short of just basic big chunky bricks at the moment.
Yeah, that's my usual problem.
I think it stems from the fact that I've not been to pick a brick wall since August. Because it's amazing how many odds and ends I used to pick up. Just random stuff. I used quite a bit of, 1x6s and 1x4s, 2x6s, 2x4s rather, for just doing the underneath of a micropolis block.
Yeah. Yeah, because quite a lot of architecture goes underneath those, doesn't it?
Mm. I do seem to be finding quite a lot of dark stone grey random bits for this rock, which is good. And I guess I'm slightly reluctant to use blay because I'm likely to need the blay for doing the actual Ninjago the bit that the Ninjago bit sits on, the foundation part is blay normally. Mm. I'll be out of that if I'm not careful, so.
Oh, that works. Okay. La, 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 la.
Here's Mr. Legolomaniac.
Oh, good day, sir.
Good morning. Which time zone are you in, mate? Because I don't think he's in either of ours.
Yeah.
You're not quite into early morning the next day yet, are you?
Where's he?
Norway.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Only an hour ahead of me. Morning is a state of mind, he says. Fair enough.
It's a state of mind I mind every day. Boom.
I don't want to discuss the state of my mind, thank you.
Yes, there could be young people watching. There we go. There you go. Let's see if it'll make it all the way around. Ready? We get past this first lip. Ready? Whoop. 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 Hey.
Hey, gravity wins. Well done.
That was easy. Now I just need to actually.
Compact, actually. I mean, that's what? How many 48s is that? Just one, or?
That's one and the second one.
Yeah, you do really need a 64 by 64, don't you?
Would fit perfectly because that would be like there.
Hey, Patricia, hello. Welcome to your first stream.
Ah, good day. I say good day. I'm not Australian.
We still expect it of you, though, Greg.
Pardon?
We still expect it of you.
I could do it like the English way, the Essex way. You go, all right, geezer.
Oh no, I could use. Yeah, I've got this dunny.
Oh, beautiful! Love a good dunny.
Dunny. I could always amend that so that I could basically de-haunt the thing because I don't want a flipping haunted one. But I could put that on somewhere on the thing for your having a wee at the theme park.
Actually, this is the test. This is the Unikitty, tallest figure in the Unikitty set. This isn't going to go over. Don't think that'll clear that bit, but that doesn't matter because it's not going to be ridden by Unikitty characters.
Has his block been knocked off already?
Oh, there we go. No, look, bang, straight into it.
Oh God!
What?
Stupid flipping haunted toilet.
It's giving you the shits, is it? Hey!
What do they say in your land? Right, 2x4 blue plate.
Do you know, when I first moved, when I was first in Australia, I hadn't heard the Australian version of the shits. And I didn't realize, and my friend I was backpacking with likewise did not realize that it actually means they're annoyed. So my mate came out to the pub with us. I said, "Oh, where's your girlfriend?" He said, "Oh, she's got the shits." So he said, "Oh, we've got some stuff with us for that."
Nice. I see. So it just means you're in a mood.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good to know. Don't think I need a pizza launcher in the back of this toilet, do I?
See, you never know. Never know.
Mind you, I seem to be absolutely desperately short of 1x blue bricks. When I say desperately, I mean desperately. Might have to build one of those grill pieces on it. Could work. Now all I need to see is if we've got any toilet door stickers from the city sticker sheet. Yeah, lavender toilet roll. Very nice. It's a bit extravagant, but not. This will be one in Jargo area's second toilet, you know.
Workmen can be quite picky. The second public toilet, or
second public toilet, yeah. When you get the shits for real, it's not good.
Right, so now I've got to try and figure out how to make this move on its own.
Well, I have to crank it up to the top of the hill.
Oh, dog! God's sake!
Do you remember I don't know whether it's a common word in Oz or just a peculiarly English thing from years ago, but Farting is referred to as guffing.
Yep, I remember that. Big guff.
Yeah. That was definitely a school era accusation of terrible farting.
Yep. I remember it well.
As in the use case, oh, who's guffed?
I know it's going to go down the drain, and Tasman's not even in here. Like, it's usually him who drags it down.
Yeah, it's gone well down, hasn't it? Mind you, two Brits together, toilet humour, what do you expect? Literally toilet humour, look!
Yep. We don't talk any old shit here.
Well, not about that
Boom,
anyway.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right. Now, how am I going to make this move? Trying to bust out my massive Technic collection.
No, you need to move your target again. It's still flapping around in the...
There's loads of stuff on there now. Should be fine. Silly thing. Let's see. No, wait. I'll load up the camera app and try and focus it.
I say, is there a manual focus option for it?
Yeah, comes with some software that doesn't work anymore.
Oh, jolly good. Now, what am I looking for? You know, the thing where you get up, go to look for something in one of the drawers, and you're looking in the drawers thinking, why am I here?
Yeah.
Is that just me because I'm an old fart?
There you go.
We're back to farting again.
Seems to be working now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a couple of sorting days this week. Just have to.
Well, if you were down the road, Greg, I'd come and do it for you, mate, but I'm going to live in Silly Land, so it's a bit far.
Not even sure when I'm going to get back to the UK next at the moment. One day.
No, I'm sure it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I'm just quite keen to see my parents, got to say.
Yeah, I'm hopefully going to go see mine next week, actually. Which will be the first time since end of September.
Yeah, you live in the same country and you can't even see them.
Yeah. Well, if they were nearer, I probably would have bubbled with them, but it's a 35-mile each way trip, so it's kind of, particularly when they were saying, oh, don't make unnecessary journeys and stay local, it just seemed like, I mean, they were all right over there and I was all right over here, and it just seemed like a long way to be going just to wave at them through the window.
Mm.
You know, they were fine with it, but they weren't wanting me to come over as soon as possible or anything, so... But it was Dad's birthday last Friday and Mum's is next week, so thought we'd go over and tea and cake in the garden because we're still not allowed indoors.
Oh, very civilised.
Still not allowed to go indoors yet, so but we got to try and find a day that isn't too flipping cold.
Actually, on the subject of COVID, they actually just suspended administering the AstraZeneca one temporarily.
Yeah. I can understand the caution, but on the other hand, what people don't seem to be making much of is the fact that you're more likely to get a blood clot from having the contraceptive pill.
Yeah, my wife said exactly the same thing.
People take that all the time without giving it too much of a thought.
No, exactly. It's like, yeah.
So whilst I appreciate that, you have to find out what's going on, it does seem a little bit alarmist.
Agreed.
Oh, and I had the AZ, and I'll have the second dose. I'm not bothered. It's fine.
Yeah,
and I'd have had it even, I had it before I knew that was an issue, and I would still have it. So I still think personally it's less of a problem than not having one.
They actually said that the Pfizer one, they were testing it on there's another new strain that's come out in Africa.
Yeah.
And they were saying the Pfizer one doesn't work on it. It can actually, people who've had it can still get this new strain.
Right.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's very worrying, isn't it? Which is why we shouldn't be running around like fools just because they say we can go to the pub next week.
Yeah.
I ain't going to the pub still. I mean, I was never a mad fan of going to the pub anyway, if I'm honest. Particularly on my own, I don't tend to do that. And when the other half visits, we tend to go out for, maybe go for a walk and have a pub lunch somewhere. But until he comes down or I go up to see him, then we'll just have to put up with it. So.
Okay, all our folks have gone nuts again. Stupid thing.
Yeah.
Just weighing up whether or not I should move this all over this way, not have it come all the way out here, like have the drop down here and then have it loop round so it's actually inside here, make it even more compact.
You think the physics will work still?
Yeah. Oh, it'll work better because there's less loop. It's just a matter of making sure I've got enough space here for the... Let's give it a try. Takes 2 seconds to change it.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, right, let's do this and then I'm gonna try that, see if it works. Take that out. I made a mistake of joining a Transformers group on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realise you were into them in any big way.
Pardon?
I didn't realise you were into Transformers in any big way.
Oh, yeah. I'll have Transformers, mechs, all of that kind of stuff.
Proving to be expensive already, is it?
I've only bought a couple. I've resisted buying any more. But there's one that's out. I was looking at it. It's absolutely ridiculous how expensive some of these Transformers are people buy.
They probably think the same about Lego sets.
Yeah, but we're talking like, well, I suppose, yeah, we're talking like $700 for a Transformer.
Wow.
But then I saw it and it's like a meter tall. It's like, what?
Holy crap.
I mean, in the cartoons, it's literally the size of a planet. So
it really is they really are just display pieces, aren't they? Yep. What can they do? They can transform from one state to the other, and then what?
Well, yeah, and the thing with these big, like the ones like that one I just said, is transforming them is such a sort of effort that you just literally can't do it very often.
Yeah. So the practical upshot of that is they mostly stay in one state or another, on a shelf gathering dust, or in a cabinet not gathering dust.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I know that a lot of people's Lego does that as well for the big display sets, but at least there's still the possibility of being able to do something else with it if you want to.
Yeah. This is true.
people do a lot of kit batching and stuff with it.
Yeah, I've got a few display sets now, but like I'm not big on display sets, but there's been a few around that I really like.
Yeah.
And some are sort of from a nostalgia point of view, like the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Like I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, so that was an allowable purchase. And the Technic sets, I mean, they're ones you can do stuff with and play with and things, but they're sort of built and put on the shelf. And like I don't really want to tear them apart because some of them are such works of art the way they work.
Oh no, yeah, I can appreciate that too. But so there's still the potential if you want to, rather than it just literally being a sit there and go bust exercise.
That works. It's got a shorter area now for the actual loading, unloading, but that works. Yeah. So still goes up.
Lego Maniac says it sounds like my Lego.
Now, very compact, but I think it works. Quite interesting. Just need to put the loop in. No, wait. Interestingly, it starts off in purple, and I've somehow managed to perfectly make it go into grey for the second half.
Yes.
Completely by accident. Oh, I think my antihistamine just wore off. Damn it.
Yeah. Engage snotty mode. We're not talking studs not on top.
I should. Actually, I've got my my bonsai tree arrived this week, by the way, Kaz. So got that
nice.
to look forward to.
Yep, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I liked it today. So I'm not keen on the flower set, but I like the bonsai.
Well, the flowers are still on my wanted list, but they've not been high enough up for to bother getting yet, and they've also been out of stock for ages, so I haven't. But
yeah,
I'm hoping to at some point.
Keep it in the. Yeah, I might get it when it goes on sale.
Oh yeah, you and your sale.
I told my wife she should sell them in a flower shop.
You should.
All right. Got more parts left than I expected from doing this. I think that's quite a good loop, actually, because it's all pretty compact but interesting.
Yeah. You do plenty of landscaping in the middle. I'm just trying to fit in all the grey plates to make sure I've got enough plates to cover this area next to the roller coaster. Ow.
This is where Barracuda Bay is going to go. Do I go with it as the boat, or do I do it as the shipwreck and do it that way? The shipwreck feels a bit easier, but not as interesting.
Maybe well, I mean, maybe it's easier to integrate the shipwreck, admittedly, but. Actually, the really easy way to integrate the ship is to raise all the track up really high, so the whole thing starts off high. Yeah. I think I've just managed to get this laid out and slightly in the wrong place.
I'll be back in a momento.
Okay. Maybe I should try and poke the camera around so you can see more what I'm doing. There you go. It's in the middle now, I think. Yes. So now I've got to find enough bricks to make up the pier. Itch. Fortunately, lots of 2x2 bricks are going to go inside to make things a bit easier. I might go with some of these. What's the singing off camera, darling?
There's what?
Singing off camera.
La, 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 la.
Yes.
Arr, what a beautiful ship.
Yarr.
I just take a moment to just admire how beautiful that ship is. What a great set.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have got that one because that would have been perfect in the water environment. But sadly, there's already a lot of space required for good old Destiny's Bounty, so that's the one I went with. Being it.
Yeah, that is quite a space-hungry set.
Yes.
Plan is forming.
Is it a cunning plan?
Don't know, really.
I hope so.
Brute force.
It's not worth being a plan if it's not cunning.
Legomaniac has about 30,000 pieces of Lego on his table that's going to take him 48 hours to put together.
Oh, is he going to stream it?
Is that the Colosseum?
Is this first and 2nd of May? Oh, sorry, 4th and 5th of May stream fodder?
Okay.
Oh, you see, I got lots of these grey profile bricks from Pick a Brick.
Oh yeah, I've got bucket loads of those. I've got them in grey and tan.
Yeah, this is what I got left, which is quite a lot, but not that much. It's less than a cupful. So I'm just hoping if and when I go back that they'll have some bits like that I can hoover up. With hoover up I shall.
Yeah, there's one of the groups on Facebook I follow here, which is like tracks the Pick a Brick walls here, and but they seem to mainly do. There's 2 Lego stores, sort of. One's really near me, and one of them's less near me, shall we say?
Yeah.
And they unfortunately tend to do the one that's less near me, which is the one I used to be able to go to in my lunch hour. But now I don't work in the city. I can't go to it in my lunch hour.
Yeah. That's a bit annoying. Ooh, Legomaniac's thinking of doing I presume a live stream of the Colosseum.
Oh, good God.
Exactly.
Are you then going to throw it off a ladder like other people seem to do?
I hate that sort of thing. It's just unnecessary.
As well.
It's just an unnecessary torturing of Lego, isn't it, really?
It's like the people who do like, will it float? Well, of course it won't bloody float. Lego. My camera seems to have been taken over by a pirate ship.
Yarr.
Arr.
Yeah, you're going to have some clearance issues around there, I think.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a reason not to do it, but.
Well, this is where my comment about using the kind of accelerator type system, because it gives it the momentum to get around the track, so I can have some flat spots.
Yeah.
Like, for example, up here where you come off the top of the hill, like it's straight into a flat section, which is not ideal, but
God, I really am scraping around for the sort of bricks I need for this.
oh man, I'm actually going to have to put a support on the boat.
Wow.
I think this could work though, Kaz. This could work.
Yeah. Why not make the support to be oh, come on, Kaz, get your brain together.
Mast, part of the mast.
You make it wooden so that it looks like it's part of the mast.
Yeah. I'm going to bust out an unofficial Lego board. Green board. Every time I squeeze behind the back of my door there, I come precariously close to knocking over that mock I just finished.
There would be swears.
There would be a considerable amount of swearing when I do that. I mean, if I do that.
I'm glad you're realistic about it's when, really.
I could just move it and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. But where's the fun in that?
Oh, I know. You just like to tempt fate as often as possible, don't you?
Hey, I am a whinging Tom, so apparently.
Me, I'm saying nothing.
Well, it's funny, whenever anyone calls you a whinging pom, you go, but you do know what the pom bit means, yeah? Prisoner of Her Majesty. The people who were here were the prisoners, not the people in the UK. Whinging pom.
LEGO Maniac says smashing the sets was a gimmick he was considering for his channel in the early days. Vega didn't like the idea. Well, we must do what Vega wants, because otherwise it ain't happening. Isn't that right? Yes, LEGO Maniacs admitted that Vega is the boss. We knew this anyway.
Good that you finally realised.
Apparently it's properly supposed to be Prison of Mother England.
What, like just in England?
That's Pom, though, not Pom. Isn't it? I'm not wrong, sure.
No, I agree with you.
Poem is what some Americans pronounce for poem.
Let's not talk about what Americans say for things.
Sorry.
No, I mean, like, there's a group on Facebook called Crazy Affols, and there's loads of Americans in it, and they say Legos all the time to wind people.
That's a trigger. It's such a trigger for me.
Come on. It's not funny anymore. You just like, but I say I've got Nikes. It's like, but that's wrong too. You've got Nike shoes. Nike's not plural.
I'd probably say Nikes. So what do I know? I'm just as much.
So you say Legos too? Good grief, Kaz. What are you?
I do not say Legos. Hell will freeze before I come out with the word Legos.
Change my channel name to Not Another Legos channel.
Yeah. Well, I know we weren't, but talking of American pronunciation, the one that really makes me laugh is how they pronounce Harry Potter. And it comes out as Harry Potter. And I'm like, he's only a young lad. He can't be that hairy, surely.
Actually, one of theirs that gets me is the way they say Mazda. They say Mazda. So, hang on, what?
Well, there's a lot of elongated vowels that come from Spanish pronunciation, I think. They didn't used to be pronounced like that, but they seem to be the way that things are, the accepted pronunciation now. So
Oh, baby's awake.
oh no, could possibly go wrong. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I could close my door and let Mum deal with it, but she's got an early morning tomorrow, so it wouldn't be fair. Hi, Dad. What's up, Munchkin? Oh dear, doesn't sound good, does it? Oh dear. Things are falling apart. I'll be back in a bit.
What is Daddy doing? Daddy's having a disaster by the sound of it. Probably best that he deals with it rather than leaves it to go even wronger. Wronger being a perfectly acceptable pronunciation, of course. So it goes there. It's not going to work, is it, Kaz? Well, it could do. So now I'm left alone on the channel. I start talking to myself like an idiot. You mean you weren't before, they say? Oh. Dagnabbit. Feels a bit like I'm building a Roman hypercaust system here. I've got blocks of 2x2 bricks, which basically sitting under one corner each of the plates I'm putting on top. So it's much how the Romans used to do it, and then have underfloor heating. Legomaniacs being controversial about the pronunciation of Legos. Well, you say that, like Legomaniac, but the Lego group are quite prescriptive in how they want you to pronounce it, because if they don't, and Legos becomes a sort of accepted vernacular term, then what they don't want is it to become like a generic term like Hoover is for a vacuum cleaner, because then they have much more difficulty enforcing their patents. Patent law 101 there. So that's why they don't encourage the use of Legos, even though lots of people think, it doesn't matter. If you don't enforce Lego rather than Legos, you might end up with lots of Lepin rather than Legos, which none of us want, obviously. My pear is coming along quite well, even though I do say so myself. Well, is Dad back?
Things I dropped off my desk was my mouse.
What was that?
So one of the things I dropped off my desk was my mouse.
Oh.
luckily,
The rodent has escaped.
Yeah, I still use cable mice because I don't like wireless mice.
I use a pointy stick, and that has a cable.
No. She's not settling. All right, I'll be back again in a minute.
Oh dear. That does not sound good. We don't know what's up with her, but she's not a happy girl. I also don't know why I've suddenly gone West Country accent, but there we go. Right. Yep, we're coming along. Coming along. Some more 2x2 pillars. So if anyone's wondering, this is how I normally lay out my Ninjago blocks. I'll try and get the shape of the pier part, the sort of base plate down first, and then work on the water and the other bits and pieces after I know exactly where the main section's going to sit. So that's going to go there. And we're going to need some other bits here. Do that, shouldn't we? Ordering a product described as Lego, but receiving a different brand. Oh no, it's an interesting take. No, it is one I've actually heard them as one of the reasons to protect the IP. If Lego becomes a description instead of the brand, then the consumer does not have any recourse when ordering a product described as Lego but receiving a different brand. Absolutely, yeah. So yes, that is why they're quite hot on making sure that you get Lego when you ask for Lego, and not some other crafty third-party alternative.
What are we talking about?
Well, I don't know whether you're here or not when I was saying that one of the reasons that they enforce the whole Lego rather than Legos is to, as soon as they start letting everybody use Lego as a generic like Hoover, then their IP is much harder to enforce. And so they can't go after Lepin or whoever else because they're being naughty boys and girls. So that's why they tend to be rather hot on the subject.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I have heard that as an official reason. So yes, Lego Maniac saying it's an interesting take, partly to protect the consumer as well as their IP. If Legos become the description instead of a brand, then the consumer does not have any recourse when ordering a product described as Lego but receiving a different brand, which is absolutely true. Similar to how now if you buy, for example, Velcro, you're not expecting to receive specifically a Velcro from the company brand. I didn't know that, actually. I always assumed that Velcro was still Velcro, but yeah, exactly.
Actually, I thought Velcro was what NASA invented and everyone just patented it. And
they may well have done. Clever people, those NASA folks.
well, it was invented for the space program, wasn't it? So
I don't know, actually. Yes, that's news to me. So yeah, live and learn.
From the space program.
Yeah, I'm not
That
surprised.
is true.
I know they use a lot of the stuff, but I didn't know it was specifically invented for it, but that makes sense. Wax on a stick. The company Velcro says their product is called Hook and Loop Fastener. Boring, isn't it, compared to Velcro? Bit of a mouthful. Everybody just says Velcro and has done with it. Drat. We don't know. Dratsky. Oh, it's all gone wrong.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing. It's just not enough room to build, you know, the usual. I've basically got this big tub of grey bricks resting on a partially open drawer, which means I can't then open the drawer above it without crashing into it and going.
Yeah, I was watching one of Jane's live streams the other day and just like envious of like basically in his basement building, isn't he? It's massive space.
Mm.
But then he's got a million subs or whatever it is. And
something like that.
Which is probably more than that now. He's got like 3 channels or whatever it is.
I'm envious of Jacob's potential space when he's finished properly moving.
Yeah, so did he move just so he had more space for Lego, or?
I think that's part of the reason, but there's more space in general, I think. At least we don't end up calling it Velcros. That would be so wrong, wouldn't it?
That would be yuck. I can wash my ears out with bleach now. It sounds so wrong.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh, bum. Oh, gone wrong again. I mean, it's not gone disastrously wrong, but just wrong enough for me to take it apart and start again. So that sort of thing. Oh, there's a head in shot now.
Hi, sorry, my bald spot. Apologise. Blinded everybody. Just getting up close and personal with my bricks.
Having turned this base round once because I was going to use it the other way, I've now decided to go back to square one again. Oh!
Originally, I was going to build the test track and test the mechanism, but I seem to have actually done the pirate ship integration first.
Well, yeah, but on the other hand, that is going to be quite complicated, so it's probably best that you... There's no point in getting it right and then having to take it all apart again just to do the mechanism. So I suspect... Sometimes, though, it's just a case of build what inspires you right there and then. I mean, crikey. If it feels the right thing to do, then do it. There isn't any right and wrong.
The trouble is, this is now literally taken over my entire build table, and
yes, well, obviously.
Also, it now does fit on the big base plates rather than the small base plates.
So you in fact needed to know whether that was going to have to be the case, didn't you?
Yeah.
It means it's fine.
So you may notice there's now a very large pirate ship in the middle of the roller coaster track that actually does go through the middle of the ship and then round the ship.
cool. That's what
Kind of perfectly. It looks pretty awesome, I gotta say.
Yep. This is a pathetic little roller coaster, but hey, it'll be fine.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Yeah. Tell someone who cares.
Did you see that video of the Looney Tunes guy doing the impersonations of the characters?
Oh, yes. When he was unpacking the box, yeah.
So good.
Well, makes his living doing it, doesn't he? So. Must confess, I'm not mad about the Looney Tunes. Whatchamacallits, CMFs, but I think one or two could be quite fun to do a habitat for instance.
No, yeah. Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner.
See, Roadrunner's one of the ones I don't like very much because his legs look really. Minifig legs on Roadrunner is just wrong.
Totally agree. It does look very strange.
He needs long, spindly legs. I mean, hell, if they do long, spindly legs for for Woody, you'd have thought they could have come up with something bespoke for Roadrunner. It's not like they haven't done all the rest of the molds, is it?
No, true.
There's an awful lot of custom molds gone on there.
This is true. This is true.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no. All right, so.
Right.
Well, the good news is the roller coaster makes it all the way home.
Woo!
Look at that. Can you see that on the video? Hang on. Can you see this? It's pretty cool.
Put yourself full screen. Go on.
Whee! Oh, okay.
Don't need to see me staring at the telly. No, sorry, getting a map.
Hang on. How do I do full screen? No, it's not that one, is it? That one. Solo layout. There we go. This is the bit. You've got to get enough momentum to get round there so it gets to here.
Yeah. Nice. There's a bit of a noise just as it comes past that rigging on the back right as you're looking at it. There. What's going on?
I don't know. Slightly lifted. Good grief, Kaz. It's good hearing.
No, I don't mean that bit. I mean the right hand sail at the back, the join that's further back. No, that's the other side, you loony.
The front.
No, I'm looking at it. We're looking at the front is you, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
head northeast from there.
This is the back.
Right. Okay. So come towards the left, the right hand side if you're looking at the front of the ship. No, that's the other side. Yeah, and now make your hand go to the right. That joint there is making a noise when it comes past.
Oh, yeah, not attached.
That'd be why then. Lego Maniac is suggesting a cheese cave for Gonzalez. Which sounds like a good plan. Much smoother, lovely jubbly. That looks good. Very good.
It's pretty nifty. Hang on.
So it's almost like the purple bit is the way you've got. Well, purple is almost where you've got to be driving, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't quite see it. I haven't got enough cable on the camera. Oh,
I feel
ceiling.
sick.
There we go.
Oh yes, nice.
Ready?
Yeah.
Whee!
Now, is there still enough clearance around the back when you've got some people sitting in there? That's the next question.
Yeah, there is.
Cool.
Now, there's enough clearance everywhere.
It's almost like you've planned it, Greg.
I know, right?
Who'd have
Now,
thunk?
if the ship was like 5 times bigger, I could do no.
I think if it was 5 times bigger, the wife would be divorcing you.
This room would be just dedicated to this roller coaster and nothing else.
Yeah. Which, you know, in of itself is not a big problem, is it?
Just possibly a sign of my problem.
Sign of madness.
Do do. Do do do.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, here comes another child. Hi, Joss. You okay?
This.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm sorry. Oops.
This is a death-defying roller coaster that needs some more bricks adding to the one side of it because it's currently flapping around. Do you want to put me back on screen?
Oh, exit. So there we go. Sorry, taking over.
So yeah, you see this bit
Taking over my screen.
Flapping around in midair. It's not very safe. But it does now have a bit of oomph to go around the circle. It is a bit pathetic, really, isn't it? This silly thing.
It's the kids' ride. Do what Mike did. He built a bigger roller coaster around the outside of it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be bothering. The big problem is actually because it's on a 48 by 48 is where to put it. Where to put it. You can sometimes lose a 32.5 base plate if they're not attached to each other.
Yeah, you got to say hello to the internet as well.
Hello.
Something's gone wrong with my. Oh, okay. There we go. Hey, hi.
Hello.
Look how big of Bluey fans we are. They've all got Bluey pajamas too. How cool is that roller coaster, Joss?
Cool.
That worked?
There.
Well, it's meant to. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to get it to go back round on its own now. That's my next challenge.
About the bumpy things that make it go fast. That make it go all by itself.
The bumpy thing.
Remember the things that we find in other videos that makes it move by itself?
Oh, the chain.
Yeah, the chain.
Yeah. I'm trying to build something different to a chain.
Sometimes you got to go with the straightforward solution, though, Greg.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it works.
I do actually have all of the chain parts in my inventory from. I bought them for doing the pirate roller coaster.
Mm.
Yeah. Actually, the way I've done this, I don't need to dismantle the pirate roller coaster.
Daddy.
Hello. What's the thing?
Isn't that ship from Ninjago?
No. The Ninjago wants that one over there.
Convenient.
Can't see it.
It's behind the robot.
Can't see it.
This one. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, that one. Oh no, I knocked the robot over.
What are you doing?
Just thought it was the Destiny's Bounty. I was like, no, this is the Destiny's Bounty.
This is bounty.
Which needs a desperate dust. Being one of the first sets I built.
Tell me about desperate dusting.
I caught a fish.
Good. Right. Next. Just need to secure that. That's my hearty. No. Nothing. You are. You want to hang out with me? All right, you can hang out with me. Did you see that?
That's Pa's roller coaster.
Your roller coaster. The Unikitty one. As is that.
Unikitty.
Yeah. Put that back together for you yesterday. I've got all the parts for it too. Just got to figure out where we're going to put it. We need to organise your Lego too. Got so much Lego in this house. I need to organise the kids' Lego as well.
I got this one. I got this one. She's going.
Dr. Fox.
Yeah, Dr. Fox. Because I'm going.
I can't actually read the chat now because the boat's in the way.
Well, there's a lot of talk about cheese for Gonzalez, and people saying hello to Big Jude, and that's about it really. It seems to have gone a bit quiet.
Yeah, it's that sort of time of day where it quietens down for some reason.
Oh. I've dug into my filing system for some of these round bricks with the fluting bits on the side. You can't see it very well in that picture. And I picked out, I needed 8, and I picked out 8, and then I've just found out that one of them is smooth-sided and not fluting.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Master.
Fortunately, I've got another. Oh, no, it's not there. Come on.
Hang on. We've got something that might help you.
Me?
No, Joss is.
Oh.
Joss just picked something up and dropped it. Where did I put it? No.
Voila.
Where did I put it? Hey!
No wobbling.
Joss. Hang on, I've I've got something that will help you figure out how it goes together. Watch out, I'm going to roll back.
Lucky this part isn't broken because it's a bit complicated.
It is a slightly tricky piece. What did I do with that? Oh my goodness. My God, my Lego room's a mess.
I've got a solution for you to your, how do I make it more interesting to power your roller coaster?
Oh yeah.
So what you need to do, this is how my roller coaster's powered. You need to get something that will do that for the base plate, and that, round and round it goes.
Oh, God, how fast can you get it to go?
It's got to be the right frequency, else it stops.
It's like the particle accelerator.
Choppy waters in Ninjago today.
Something would really help you with putting that back together, Joss.
I found out what I needed.
Okay, fine. So you don't need help?
I need. Wait. Do we need two? Oh. The glucose.
Joss is putting back together what she just broke.
That's a good plan.
Which is fine, because it was actually for her to play with. So. I'm mildly baffled, Joss. So I had another one of those around that I was keeping as a spare. I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. As Daphne would say. I'll find it when I don't need it. Right.
It's true.
What you after? What's bothering you? I put it somewhere before I came on the stream, and I can't remember where it is.
What is it? What have you lost?
I had what she's putting back together. I had a second one of because I bought two of that set, and I put the other one somewhere.
Somewhere safe.
I can't find it, which is really strange.
Is it under the table?
No. That's bizarre.
On the floor?
That's absolutely bizarre.
I can't find another of this.
Right.
So,
Jeez.
Daddy, I can't find it.
Which?
This is not it.
No. I don't think you've got it right there, bub. Yeah, a good try, man. A good try. Excuse me. Big yawn.
you have to repeat that, but not yawning.
It is technically my bedtime.
Yes, it is true.
What time is it? It's good grief! It's 10 to 12. I didn't realise it was that late.
Way past the kids' bedtime then.
Yeah, well, she's been asleep. She's woken up. It's fine. It's when my baby one had a good sleep last night actually. But then it's when my middle one wakes up that she's a bit of a pain in the butt because she wants cuddles and all sorts of things, and it's a real fidget as well if she sleeps in the bed with you.
Doesn't sound too comfortable for Mum and Dad.
No, it's not. Which is why I am currently sleeping on an airbed in the kids' bedroom.
Oh dear.
It helps her stay in bed.
Is this one?
Drinking beer in front of my children too. Is what that?
They've driven them. They've driven you to it. That's what it is.
I know. Yep, totally. We had a really good day today. We had a really good day today. I had dumplings for dinner.
Dumplings. Oh, no wonder you're tired.
No, I had pizza.
Wow, still a good amount of stodge, isn't it?
MJ Bay said the Destiny's Bounty Boat was the one that gave him the boat bug. Yeah, I can see that one. A damn good boat.
Yep.
Let's have a look. How does this bottom bit go together? Oh yeah, you can see how it goes together. I'm looking at that one.
It is indeed a good boat.
It is a very, very good boat. I love how much effort they put into every element of that. It really was a labour of love, wasn't it?
Mm.
Actually, Blackbeard's metal, what is it? The Sea Cow was a good ship as well.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
No, it's still on my sort of. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't mind not having it.
Mm.
You think you did it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. No, that'll do. I was wondering if those went on the back. Like that.
No, they don't. They don't, Daddy. They turned out. They turned out.
I only asked that question because on the other side, the bit that didn't fall apart doesn't have 4. That was all. Sorry, the complexities of putting a set back together. Right. Now I need to stop the boat from moving. That shouldn't be too hard.
Rex Builds is here. Hello.
Ah, g'day. Right. Temporarily anchor this bad boy in.
Oh, I'm using pink as a filler brick, and I'm just annoyed that because of the tolerances of Lego, you can still see the pink poking through ever so slightly at the corners. And of course, the perfectionist in me won't allow me to use it. So I won't.
Your OCD's kicking in.
Daddy,
You want to what?
close the door.
You want to close the door? We need to stand up and move forward then. Oh, no!
Sounds like a disaster occurred.
Oh, Joss has just tipped half a bag of Lego over the floor.
Oh dear.
All right, 2/3 of a bag.
As if that's better.
No, it wasn't that much.
Oh lordy.
It'll only take her 20 minutes to pick it up.
No. Oh. Poop. I keep dropping. I'm trying to enclose the third side of this big mountainous thing in the middle, and I keep dropping loose bricks into the middle section, and I have to try and find them again.
There we go. Look, minifigure going around the track. Ready? Whee!
Yeah.
No,
it's good that it's still going round all right, because you're going to change the weight a bit, aren't you?
Yeah. just this top bit. I've just got to get enough momentum off this to get it round that top bit.
Yeah.
I'll just tip it into that box, just.
Oh, here's an idea. I know it really doesn't go with the rest of the caterpillar theme, but this could be a volcano, couldn't it?
Oh yeah. It could be an ancient volcano caterpillar.
Because let's face it, I've got hundreds of these wretched things. Trans orange cheese slopes that I can use up. Well, I was just wondering on how to fill in the middle bit, and I thought, actually, I probably don't need to fill it in that much. If I'm cunning about it.
Yeah, the minifigure's head just nudges this sail as it goes past, which I don't think's a problem.
No, is it the cloth bit or the...
Yeah, just the cloth.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yes. Can I just draw everyone's attention to Joss's face currently? She's
face?
No, look, look at that face. Look, she's just noticed I've got the Ghostbusters blockheads. Brickheads, sorry.
Transfixed, I think the word is.
Loves Ghostbusters. You still haven't finished building the Ghostbusters car, Joss.
That's one of the few that I never actually managed to get.
I finished it for you, but...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, what? I still got that somewhere. Yeah, I am going to have to call it a night. I'm actually feeling quite exhausted. But hey, look, I built a roller coaster around a boat.
Whee! And I'm building a roller coaster around a volcano.
Right, you win.
No. Yours is bigger. Yours is bigger and more boaty. Boaty volcano face, no?
Just said, why not build a Garmadon roller coaster?
Garmadon.
You could do. You've got the volcano.
I could.
You could turn it into a caterpillar mech roller coaster.
Behind the boat.
Oh no, that's fine. We can just move the boat forward one notch.
Uh-oh. I heard a piece.
No, it's all good. There we go. Hang on. Let me just fix that.
I think I see a part of the new movie called Soul.
Just clip some.
That goes a bit. Daddy, what about the stick bit?
What stick bit?
This stick bit.
I know, but it's not over the right spot anymore. So I need to rework part of the Pirates of Barracuda boat to fix that.
There we go.
Do that for now.
The lava pit. Well, I will have in a minute.
The lava caterpillar. Garmadon's most evil creation.
What are you on, mate? What are you on, and can I have some?
I've been watching Thunderbirds Go. That's what I'm on. So the remake from 2015. That's really, really good. If you like the original Thunderbirds. Even Joss likes it. There we go.
2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
All right. I'm going to call it a night there, guys. I'm actually quite tired.
Fair enough.
Thank you for joining me tonight, Kaz. It's been a pleasure as always.
It's been fun.
Had a really good crowd tonight. There's lots of people on.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody that has joined us for this stream of us building roller coasters.
Yay.
Accidentally theming the show, but
Yeah.
I think it works.
Accidents happen, eh?
All right, Kaz.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye now.